Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for August 6th, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and let you know what I think about them. If you want to learn more about these stories, come up with your own opinions, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story in the order I talk about it so you can read about them and come up with your own opinions. Let us know. I love to hear from you. If you are new here, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It's a huge help because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high-cost cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Real quick before we get into the news, a great deal is out there. Amazon just announced they've launched a student version of their Amazon Music Unlimited service. This offers access to 50 million songs, typically $7.99 a month. For students through the Amazon Prime Student Program, which you get by using your student email account to sign up, you can get it now for 99 cents. So now you could add Amazon's Music Unlimited for 99 cents if you are a student. Really good deal. I've actually used it. Been pretty impressed with Amazon Music Unlimited. Good app, good support on devices, good catalog of content. Do you use Amazon Music Unlimited? Leave us a comment. Let me know what you think of it. Maybe your little review will help somebody decide if it's right for them. It does seem, though, that Amazon wants to take on things like Spotify, who's been doing deals like, I'll get Spotify Student and Hulu at a cheap discounted rate. Amazon's now seems to be countering and say, hey, we can give you Amazon Prime and Amazon's Music Unlimited at a discounted rate. Hopefully, this is a start of maybe a fight over students. It seems like Amazon and Spotify are hoping if you subscribe to them as a student cheap, when you graduate, you'll stay with their service at the full price. We'll see if that pays off. Let me know, did you ever do that? Leave us a comment, let us know. All right, so let's dive into the news of the day. Amazon is asking for FCC permission to test out a new internet service. Now, we already know that Amazon is intending to launch satellites into low Earth orbit, far lower than any satellites currently offering internet, very similar to what SpaceX is doing. These satellites will be a network of very low to the ground satellites for better speed, lower latency, less congestion because there's multiple of them instead of one big satellite in high Earth orbit. Now Amazon's asking the FCC for permission to test out ground-based internet service wirelessly in the 3.5 gigahertz spectrum using the Citizens Broadband Radio Service frequencies. Now, it's been long talked about this band could be used for an LTE type network, could also be used for the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is the idea that you create this not necessarily super fast internet, though LTE is not a bad speed of internet, but to service things like smart cars, robots, drones, appliances, intelligent streetlights, etc. All these devices that are connected to internet devices around the world need something to connect to that won't congest AT&T, Verizon, etc. Now, many have pointed to this 3.5 gigahertz spectrum to be the network they would go to. It's also possible that Amazon's hoping that this network could supplement blank spots in major cities where satellites may not be the best option, where they could have the satellite internet from space, and then in major cities where tall buildings may block signals on the ground level, they could have this network supplement it maybe. That's been speculation out there. It's not confirmed because their application doesn't really say how they intend to use this testing, just that they want to test in this spectrum and in this band for high-speed internet. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Competition for high-speed internet is speeding up. Of course, you have 5G, which Verizon's live. You have services like Starry, which is from the team behind Aereo back in the day. They're in like New York and Denver and Boston, and I want to say a few others. But they are offering very high-speed internet with the hope of taking on Comcast and Spectrum. You have other options, the fixed wireless, which isn't 5G internet. It runs on a different standard, but it's the idea of high-speed internet over the air. Microsoft's been investing very heavily in that in rural America. There's many other companies doing that. Add in fiber, and now SpaceX and Amazon launching satellites into space. Who knows? In 5 years, you may have 8, 9, 10 options for home internet. Competition is always the dream of cord cutters because it will bring in lower prices. We've seen this in many things, all right? When there's competition in internet, statistically, the prices are lower, then speed is faster. When there's two or fewer, services, the price is higher and the speeds are lower versus 3, 4, or 5 services according to multiple studies. Seems common sense to me, but when people don't have to invest, they don't bother. When in my neighborhood, CenturyLink upgraded their DSL to full fiber with a gigabit internet, Spectrum quickly countered. Now, if we could bring in additional competition, put pressure on them for price and service, I think that will really stand out. So keep a close eye on this. Amazon wants to start testing on August 19th and in testing on February 19th, 2020. So starting very soon here, this could be happening. And again, it's testing. They could test this. It could never come to be. But Amazon has been very, very upfront that they want to offer high-speed internet worldwide. And they want to do it, especially for rural Americans, people with slower internet options, and more. So let me know, would you subscribe to an Amazon internet service? Leave us a comment, let us know. All right, let's race through this because there's a lot of news to cover. Comcast is now charging $20 a month to stream in HD with its Xfinity mobile service. Now, this is for the phone service that Comcast is offering. They updated their plans. If you're a current subscriber, plans are not changing, but new subscribers, if you want to stream in HD, 720p, 1080p, etc., you're going to have to pay an additional $20 a month, or you're going to be limited to the 480p SD video. Keep a close eye on this. A lot of people have thrown in that this was breaking net neutrality. Net neutrality is allowing this. Mobile phone plans were always exempt from net neutrality. This would not have changed anything. Net neutrality being in place like it was would not have changed any of this because they were exempt. This is not for Comcast's home internet service. This is for Comcast Mobile. Anybody who uses Comcast Mobile, let me know. But we're seeing a growing trend of trying to pack in add-ons, but that's been offset a little bit. A lot of these low-cost prepaid plans, these Straight Talks and more, have really put pressure on Verizon, AT&T, you got T-Mobile and Sprint, you got Dish coming into the market. Hopefully it continues to put pressure on the big ones to prevent them from doing more and more things like this. All right, eMarketer came out with a report today looking forward to the growth of cord cutting. According to eMarketer, by the end of 2019, they expect that cord cutting will top 40 million American households. That'll be about a 5 million jump from the end of last year where they were at about 35 million. So pretty solid growth here. Now, according to eMarketer, by 2023, cord cutting will hit 56.1 million as pay TV homes will drop down to 72.7 million. So we're still a long ways from cord cutting to be the majority, but we're seeing steady growth. And if you look at the cable numbers being dropped earlier this year, it's well in line with the expectation of that will hit 40 million, with AT&T losing almost 1 million overall. Some cable companies did better than expected. Dish really outperformed the expectations with far fewer subscriber losses. AT&T had more than expected. I think Spectrum also had more than expected, but don't quote me on that. So I'd love to know, did you cancel cable this year? Are you listening to us right now and still thinking about canceling cable? If you are, what's holding you back? And when do you plan to cut the cord if you already intend to? Leave us a comment, let us know. All right, Pluto TV announced plans to add 10 new Viacom channels. These include things like Comedy Central Roast, CMT Cheer, TV Land sitcoms, TV Land drama, so a bunch of TV Land content. MTV's Wet and Wild, MTV Ridiculousness, probably pushing that, MTV Cribs, and Are You the One, just to name a few of these 10 channels that are coming out. These will start rolling out today and will roll out through the rest of August. So I have a full breakdown of each channel out there that you and when they're coming out, so you can kind of get an idea of what to expect. I'd love to know from you, what do you think of all these new Viacom channels? I've been very interested in it. I'm very excited about the content coming to Pluto TV. They've really been upping their game since Viacom purchased them. A lot of people say, oh my, this probably means that Viacom is going to start charging for Pluto TV. Viacom, again, has been very clear. They intend to keep it free. Remember, this is older Viacom content. This isn't like the brand new stuff, but it's fairly recent. And it doesn't cost them anything. For Viacom to take their back catalog, which they own the rights to, put it on streaming, put ads around it, why not? It's new money they wouldn't not have received if they just let it sit in a shelf somewhere not being used. So this makes perfect sense. Same with CNN. CNN's channel is all a collection of of videos posted on their website, curated into a playlist and ads created around it. This is content that would have probably not been viewed on their website, but will now be viewed on Pluto TV with ads around it. There's definitely, the reason I say this, there's people who will go to CNN.com and look for that, and then there's people who will just be like, oh, there's something on Pluto TV real quick, let me look at that. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. You're taking all this content from around the web that's either free or content that's not being used right now, putting it on Pluto TV, putting ads around it. It's a win-win. Create ad revenue share like you do with YouTube, and boom, you got a market there that many people are trying to copy right now. It'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, so if you are a Philo or AT&T Watch TV customer, you've been thinking about switching, or you've been thinking about trying out one of the services out there, Jess has a complete breakdown of Philo versus AT&T Watch TV. Now, AT&T TV and AT&T TV Now are different from AT&T Watch TV. Keep that in mind. But these are two discount plans starting at $15 and $20 with a lot of channels, a lot of content at a very low cost. So Jess sat down and really broke out all the differences between the different services, which one you should want, which one offers what features, offers what channels, and more. So if you've been looking for a head-to-head of these channels, trying to learn more about these services, check that out. Jess has been doing a great job of these kind of posts. Also, AT&T has started, for our last story of the day, to finally update the DirecTV Now app to AT&T TV Now. They did this by updating the Osprey box, which is their Android TV powered streaming player. It's codenamed Osprey. I doubt it's actually going to be called that when it hits stores. But it's their Android TV box. Has been tested for DirecTV Now for a while now. Is now actually been rebranded to AT&T TV Now. Again, AT&T TV and AT&T TV Now are different apps, but will both run on the same, or different services, but will both run on the same backbone, same app structure. If you've used DirecTV, it's exactly the same. There's no difference. They just changed the logo. That's it. That's the only difference right now between DirecTV Now and AT&T TV Now. I will have more information about this later today. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. But we'll love to know what you think about all this. What do you think about Pluto TV's new channels? What do you think about AT&T's internet service? What do you think about DirecTV Now being rebranded? Leave us a comment, let us know. If you're new here, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. We would really appreciate your support. If you want to learn more about any of the stories we talked about today, links in the show notes down below. So I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back later today with more videos, and I'll be back tomorrow again with a Core Kind Today. Thanks for your support. Take care, everybody. We'll be back soon.